Despite the fact that President Donald Trump was easily able to fill the venue with fans for his latest rally, it seems that there's always one liberal in the group trying to ruin things. Unfortunately for this entitled brat, he didn't know what he was in for. Our nation's leader was able to quickly put the punk in his place, and all it took was for brutal words that made the crowd erupt. The left will have you believe that no one likes Trump, but that just isn't the case. In fact, that was most recently proven in Youngstown, Ohio, as supporters flocked to the area in hopes of just getting a glimpse of the man, according to BizPac Review. Although he was there to speak about his goals, things took a turn when an entitled moron decided to whip out a Soviet Union flag in so-called protest. Too bad for him, things didn't exactly go according to plan. As seen in the video shared by the Washington Post, Trump didn't know what was going on at first until fans pointed toward the man who was behind Trump. However, it seems that this guy didn't know what he was in for, as he was soon the laughingstock of the entire event. And now, the nation. If you don't point, no one's gonna even know he's here, Trump said after turning back to the microphone. Weak voice. Weak voice. Of course, Trump wasn't the only one in the room that the whiner was ticking off, as a Trump supporter quickly snagged the Soviet Union flag out of his hands. Fortunately, things weren't able to escalate beyond that, as police and security personnel were able to quickly swarm in and remove him, but things were far from over. As the man was being hauled away, Trump got his first real glimpse of the punk and immediately knew what to say. The president then uttered 4 brutal words that set the crowd on fire. "Boy, he's a young one, he's going back home to mommy." Trump continued to laugh as he mocked the brat in front of the cheering crowd. "Boy, he's in trouble. He's in trouble," he went on to say, "and I'll bet his mommy voted for us, right?" In the end, Trump is probably right about that last part. After all, she would be the one to care about healthcare, tax cuts, and the economy as her adult child continues to live worry-free at home. The fact of the matter here is that the left is out of control. For once in nearly 2 decades, things are finally starting to look up. The stock market is breaking records, the economy is headed up, and America is once again rising to the top of the world. Sure, we have a long way to go, but in the end, there's no refuting that things are headed in the right direction. Morons like this only want to protest for the mere sake of argument and to appease other liberal sheep who may applaud him while he basks in his 15 minutes of fame. He's not doing any good, and when it comes down to it, it's idiots like this who are the problem in this country, do-nothing losers who simply want to fight the guy who is trying to make life easier for them. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.